Alright, so that won't suck up for you?
No. Well, I didn't try it. I heard you in the back of my head say.
I'll show you the problems. It's not a problem, but I'm going to give you a quick lesson on drilling clearance holes, pilot holes,
You need a piece of wood?
and why that's not sucking up tight. Where's the bit that I had you drill with?
On
Behind
the
me?
drill. On the actual drill.
Right. So this is an all-in-one step bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has a drill bit which is tapered, see it? And a countersinking head. What? It's designed to drill through the first piece of material and into the second piece of material and make what's called a pilot hole, which is only the thickness of the shaft of the screw, the solid metal. Alright? Then the threads, as you come up higher, should make a clearance hole that when you put the screw in, you literally can push it right through. Because what is fastening a screw, what is actually acting as a fastener is the threads on one end of the screw and the head on the other. So when the screw falls through the hole loosely, and I got to drill and demonstrate it to you. Clearance hole, as if I was to drill this hole. And I didn't check to see if it's the right size, but the screw falls through. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's a clearance hole. A pilot hole would be that real small bit, or in this case, just the tip of this. So that you have to screw the screw in. So if I was to make my wooden block from last night, a pilot hole in this, and a clearance hole in that, like we did, and I was to put these two together, this will get sucked right up. Tight. I can see right now. Right? It pulled it right up. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
If I use this tip here, it's designed to do the same thing.
You don't have a battery?
On a certain thickness material. It's designed to work the same way. But because that is a lot thicker than a normal 3/4 inch material. See how the screw's just spinning? That's working the same way. But because this is so thick, because this wood is so thick that you're using, the pilot part of the tip is still in this piece of material.
Oh.
Which is causing the screw to grab in this piece of wood and that piece of wood. In that case, if I was to do, let's say, a pilot tip, and this is kind of a pilot bit, which is just the thickness of the shaft. The threads are still sticking beyond the sides of the drill bit. Let's say this is a pilot tip. And I do the pilot tip in here again. The screw might be too short. When I stick this through, it's not going to free spin. This drill's giving you a false deception because it's a torque gun. There's too much bounce. Let's put this on. So in that case, if I was to put this up like this and say, okay, let's screw this together, it won't suck in. Even if I make this tighter. It won't together. So a lot of times you're holding it tight and then you run through and it, see how it pushed it apart a little? I don't know if you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I was holding it tight and it still pushes it apart and it won't suck it up. Take it off. Let it fall. Clearance hole size. Sucked it right up tight again, like I was saying. So a lot of people don't realize you have to drill a clearance hole or use the bit, and I can slide this set screw and make this bit stick out further. Then it'll do its proper job. It'll make a clearance hole all the way through the piece of material that we're drilling, and then just a pilot hole at the end. And everything, when you're screwing and gluing things together, it's got to be tight. And I'm feeling in this bus with all the movement and the driving, everything's got to be glued and screwed. So we tack stuff to hold it, and then they might not see us go back and we actually drill and screw it so it's tight.